Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Today we're talking about daily and weekly missions in Destiny and how they aren't very fair about how they're offered to their customers. Like, Destiny may be actually pushing its customers away with the way that daily and weekly missions are presented now, and that's kind of what I want to touch on. There's been some comments on some of my videos, people that don't really like Destiny, and I'm going to explain their views right now, and then I'm going to probably even get into some general commentary just about the daily and weekly missions, kind of what they entail, and what the intrigue of them is. Like, what's so enticing about these weekly missions that people keep coming back to playing them over and over and over again. So what I'm trying to say, what I've been told is that these weekly missions, of course, they're for level 40s only. So level 40, that's not a big deal. A lot of players are level 40, so that's not a huge problem. A lot of people are level 40, they don't need to worry about that part. The biggest problem is that they're mostly just the Taken King. You have to have the Taken King to do them. There is a daily story mission, which is generally a Taken King mission. Most of the daily story missions I can't even do yet because I haven't done the regular mission, like the original mission yet. Because what you're actually witnessing is my progress in the game so far since the Taken King came out. I haven't gone ahead and too far into the game and finished the whole game yet, or else I'd have like 40 videos to do on Destiny Week instead of just 20. So what you're witnessing is my actual progress into the game. So I haven't been into the Taken King missions yet. I haven't been into even the House of Wolves missions yet, and it's usually like those kind of missions that make it into the daily story. So most of the daily story, I haven't even experienced the original mission yet, so I'm not going to do those ones. But the biggest problem is the weekly strikes. There's generally two weekly strikes, a level 41 and a level 42 Nightfall strike, and they're both like 99% of the time their Taken King is required. Even probably it's 100%. I just don't want to be offending anybody by being wrong and saying 100%. But most of the time those are Taken King only missions, and you have to have the Taken King to do those. And that's kind of where Destiny's driving its consumer base away, because there's a lot of people yet that still haven't upgraded to the Taken King, because a lot of people still don't see it that it's really worth it. I know that the Taken King really altered a lot of stuff in the game, and it might have changed the original game around, but you still don't need to buy the Taken King. The Taken King will... The update is for Destiny, period. It's not for Destiny the Taken King. The update has already changed the game drastically, even the original game. Now, if players want to buy the Taken King and play the Taken King missions and the strikes and get the Taken King gear, then they can buy the Taken King to do that. But it's really not necessary, so it's a very strange way that they've made this, that to do any of the daily or weekly missions, which is basically like 95% of the reason why a lot of players keep coming back and keep playing Destiny every single week. Now you have to have the Taken King to do that, and it's so not fair to people that don't have the Taken King. For a while, I wasn't planning on buying the Taken King, and I still haven't accessed any of the Taken King missions. So I mean, if I hadn't have bought the Taken King, I'd still be in the same situation as I am right now. I wouldn't have been into the Taken King. I would just be doing these same missions over and over and over again. But I wouldn't be able to do daily or weekly missions. I believe the one that I'm doing right now is the daily level 40 mission or something. For the Rising Tide. So this is one of the daily missions that just happened to be a regular mission, not a Taken King one. And this doesn't happen that often. So I've had people talking about how they don't like Destiny on some of my videos because of this, because that you need to buy all the DLC to stay up to date, and you can't play the game unless you have the DLC. And that's really not very fair to players that one don't have well, I can't really say players that don't have an internet connection, because you have to have an internet connection to play the game. But it's not fair to people that don't want to download extra content. Like, a lot of people just want to buy one game and just play the game. They don't want to have to buy extra parts of the game to play the game. I've seen there's like this meme online where it's like games nowadays, it's like a hamburger, and it compares gaming to a hamburger, and like whatever, like 10 years ago it would be like the game would be the whole hamburger with like the bun was like, I don't know, like the gameplay, and the burger was like this certain story mission, and then the cheese is multiplayer, and then the lettuce is whatever. But now it would say like today's gaming is like you get the bun is the original game, and then to get the burger is the expansion, and then DLC is like the pre-order bonus, and the like it keeps going like that, and it's saying like you don't even get a game anymore when you're buying a game. And I sort of agree with that, and I really don't like how it's set like that nowadays. But I mean, you should be able to play daily and weekly missions if you don't have the Taken King. There should be, instead of 5 symbols for the daily missions in the bottom left corner of the Destiny map, there should be 10 symbols, and there should be 10 different daily missions. You should be able to do Taken King special event. You should be able to do Taken King a Taken King Crucible mode. You should be able to do a Taken King Daily, Taken King Weekly, and a Taken King Weekly Nightfall. You should also be able to do a non-Taken King of all of those things. So you should be able to do 10 total things if you have the Taken King, and if you don't have the Taken King, you shouldn't need to get the Taken King to do those missions. So the daily and weekly missions, they're generally the reason why a lot of people come back. A lot of the Vanguard players, I know a lot of the Crucible players don't even touch Vanguard, but the Vanguard daily and weekly missions are where a lot of fans find the most fun, and a lot of old Destiny fans, players that have been playing Destiny since day one, were really ticked off when Taken King came out, and now you need to have Taken King to do anything in this game. It's very unfair, and I don't really like it. I don't. I mean, I live with it. I bought the Taken King, and I'm playing the Taken King, but I don't agree with the idea. So what are the daily and weekly missions? Let's talk a little bit, just general commentary about them, because I still have a couple minutes left in this video. The daily and weekly missions are kind of a cool idea, that you come back and there's different modifiers on your missions, and you have to come back and do the mission in a harder version or something. But I mean, it's still not the same as maybe it's still not the same as playing multiplayer online. Generally, you'll get used to a lot of the story missions and a lot of the strikes, and you'll notice that a lot of other players will just run through them as fast as they possibly can. And I think that's where the daily mission, the daily and the weekly mission things are really lacking, because you can't enjoy the experience anymore. When you play through it the first time, or when you play through it with your friends, you have the time. You can take your time and go through and investigate areas. When you get online and you're doing like a daily or weekly strike with other players, just automatically matchmaking players, and you're playing with these other people, it's just like a rush fest. Like, people are running through as fast as they can, and it can get really annoying. So the weekly missions, even though they're cool, I mean, unless you're playing with the right people, they can be more of a hindrance than a help, and they can really just be annoying to be playing with other people that are just running through as fast as they can go, when you really want to take your time and look through things. But now you can't even do altered difficulties on your regular strikes. If you click on the map and you actually pick the strike that you want to do, you can only do base difficulty or level 40 difficulty. So that's really boring as well. So the way that they're doing Destiny now, it's kind of confusing. It's kind of weird how they're doing it, and I think that they better get their shit together before a lot of hardcore fans start like really taking note of all the things that they're really doing with the game and how they're really making it kind of weird. Hopefully they fix some of this stuff up, and that we can do those, like I said, 10 different missions in a single week, so that the people that don't get Taken King can be doing daily and weekly stuff as well. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I'll see you later.